Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Wednesday Hump Day. The vibes here with the boys from Q Squad. We are talking about the latest show, number one. I think it's ranked at the moment on Netflix, or it was ranked number one, Tinder Swindler. Boys, jump on. Happy Hump Day to you, Sean.
Hey.
Brera. Yo. So we all had a chance to watch this crazy doco in the virtual digital dating world, in which led to something that was quite psychologically, emotionally, mentally damaging to these girls involved. Maddie, welcome.
Thank you. Is
it a real doc?
It seems real. I mean, like, even how at the end of documentaries they always have like a follow up, where the girls are. Like, that mango Cecilia, or whatever. She's apparently still active on Tinder. She's still single, still going on dates. She's good friends with the other girl now. They also said that they reached out to that Simon guy and said, "Do you want to tell your part?" And he actually rejected it and said, "I'm going to sue you for information and stuff like that." So. And his Instagram at the moment,
I don't know how
Instagram at the moment has him saying stuff like, "I'm gonna sue you guys," and "Hey guys, it's been a rough past couple of days, obviously, because he's fucking hot topic." And that particular post was disabled comments, so we'll see.
That's funny. I don't know how real it is, because the lifestyle that's portrayed in the doco costs way more. It costs way more than what he was getting from the girls.
Well, there had to be other ones too.
Yeah, there was other ones, but still, like, the lifestyle that he was living, Ferraris, Rolls Royce, private jets.
But you can just hire those, remember?
Yeah,
parties. Yeah, you can hire them, but like to fly in a private jet is like $50,000.
It's expensive. Yeah, even if you're hiring it, it's still super expensive.
But he only showed him going that one time in the private jet with that girl. Didn't show anything else.
It's true.
But he was always like sending video, babe, I'm in the private jet. I'm flying to blah blah blah.
Well, he was recycling the same material, right? As of course you would be. You wouldn't have like literally the physical time to like go and do like new content or new material for everyone.
You could fly on cheap flights and just say you're on a jet.
Yeah, but I mean, it looked pretty real, right?
Pretty believable.
Yeah. Just man, I can't. The thing that blows my mind is the amount of energy you would need to spend on this. Like,
it's a lot,
and you'd like it. That'd be like easily a full-time job. Number one, and
basically, I mean, he's got no emotion involved.
Right, so there's no emotion involved, but clearly he's like a psycho, according to like like the last messages that he exchanged with his long-term girlfriend. So he definitely has emotions. It's just he's like fucked in the head, basically. Yeah, I don't know. You'd be like constantly stressed. You'd be like constantly worried about like getting caught, about like the police arresting you for like swindling people out of tons of money.
Remember? He showed that emotion in some of his audio notes where he got a little bit psycho because that other long-term girlfriend decided to not send him the money, and he's like, every action will have a reaction, blah 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 blah. And then later it'd be like, oh baby, I'm sorry, I love you. I'm just, my enemies are just stressed.
He was kind of like bipolar, like back and forth between those like many times, So dude's clearly got mental health issues. But and then the other thing is like, this is the thought that I had is like, if someone owed me like tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars in some case, wouldn't you just be like, I'm going to pay someone like 10 grand to go fly over there and break his legs? Like,
well, they don't have money to do it.
But you still got to find that person as well. I mean, look, let's
they
start
found
from
him. They said he's in Israel and like, out and about and like posting stuff on social media and whatnot. So he's definitely findable.
Yeah, like but it's even in that documentary, it had to take a while before, like, police wasn't going to be able to find him. You had to find someone that knows his lifestyle. Like, he always goes to this club, then you can go out and find him. But I think with him is he had this formula where he would sort of brew the girl for a month that he met on Tinder, so that she would start to fall in love with him, and then he starts introducing his problems, like the enemies and stuff. Shit, they're gonna find me. I'm gonna deactivate my Insta. Can you deactivate yours as well? So then she's got no other social outlet to find him, except for when she went back on Tinder and saw that he was active. So that allows him to move to the next girl and start brewing her.
Yeah, and because he was telling them to like to take off Tinder as well, because
Yeah.
they were traceable. So then they won't see what he was doing. But for me, there was a few red flags. It's like, you know, if you were like that first girl, she was gonna go on that first trip, and then the ex is there with the child.
with the baby and the
Yeah,
the mom.
that's a red flag. And then it's like, oh hey, I'm in trouble. I need $30,000. Can you give me $30,000? Like,
wait, you're a billionaire's son who's the
well, that's the first red flag. It's like,
yeah.
you know, you're a son of a billionaire and you're
Why
on
would you
Tinder.
need-
Really?
Yeah, why would you need money? And yeah, why would you be on Tinder?
And if you needed money, why would you need money and ask your girlfriend? Why not ask your dad?
Well,
I don't know. It's just
the story goes is Maddie brought this up in the chat that he was very good at doing this. So remember, he drew them to the point where they trusted him, they fell in love with him.
Yeah.
They were already looking at houses together, moving in. So he sends this photo of his bodyguard beat up. He almost gets anything that could be traceable, including his family, and she was the only final link that, you know, no one would sort of know. That's why he had that outlet or his planned scheme to say, hey, look, just let me lend me some money or get a loan out for me, and I'll pick this up. You know, I'll sort this out next week. And for a girl who's vulnerable and in love with this guy, of course she's going to do it. You know, if she's able to get a loan. And then he even tricked her by saying, I'll put you on the payroll under our company, so your pay is like $94,000 a month, so you can get a higher loan out. So she trusted that, and because she was able to get a loan out. So
And
for her,
she was able to get a higher loan.
she was able to get a high loan out. So that trust became
that's
even more and even
your
more.
pay slip.
And then I think the ex-wife part, that was like, because even at the end they said that ex-wife lady was a victim as well, because she had filed against him also. So,
but then she was back with him, or like spending time with him, like. So, like, what's the story behind that part too? Like, why would she file against him and then go back? I mean, of course, love maybe, but maybe
she's
part of the deal by the look of it.
Has something against him. Maybe she goes, look, how about I partner up with you?
Like, I'll get you money too,
and she gets a cut out of it as well.
He's
I don't know. Interesting.
It was definitely well thought of.
Do you remember the bar consultancy, Eddie? Bar consultancy, Eddie. More details, Matt?
Bar consultancy, Eddie. His friend? No.
He was so it was interesting how he would use the previous girls' loans and names to
fund the next girl
for the next girl. So that was the formula, wasn't it?
He's pimping. Yeah. He should have been a pimp, but he's fucking psycho.
Didn't it say that he had been doing this conning and frauding from like 2012? Not particularly what the scam that he did on these girls, but he did some other form of scamming back then.
Yeah, in Israel, right? And they were looking for him in the country.
And that was his business model. It trialed and error until it got to where it was. But 10 million? Was it 10 million over the whole course of time? Eddie Scotland, Vietnam swindler, ripped off loads of bars in Saigon.
I heard about this actually.
Who's Eddie Scotland?
I don't know if it's the same Eddie, but I heard of a person that was swindling. They were swindling in Vietnam.
Really?
Yeah.
Like bars?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. I remember reading something in Expat's page, but
what was this more detail? I'd like to hear.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I can't remember the exact details, but I could just remember that there was something going on with some dude like swindling some places in Ho Chi Minh City.
This new word swindling is so exciting.
But let's reverse it real quick, guys. Okay, let's say there was this one hot, amazing woman, you know, daughter of a $1 billion company, blah blah blah. Same thing. You swipe on Tinder, you match,
She takes you
beautiful,
out.
amazing, takes you out. She's like, "Yo, let me fly you here. I'm in Hanoi right now. We're gonna stay at the Park Hyatt or whatever." And then you guys fall in love because you've seen each other a few times and blah blah
And it
blah. And
feels
then all of a
real.
sudden
She's
she
paying for
slings
everything.
on you. Yeah, she's paid for everything. She showed you a good time. She bought you some good clothes. She bought you watches. She bought you a Ducati. I'm not saying that that's how Matt got his.
I
But
wish. I wish.
So basically, she's already
mama.
laid out the groundwork. She showed you she's got the cash, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Guys, I'm in trouble. Can you help me? I need 15 grand or 20 grand just to do this." And in your mind, you're thinking, "Okay,
And
she's
she's
got the
got
money. She's good for it. What do you
She's
do?"
good for it. Plus, of course, you'd help her out. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any of us here who wouldn't after being treated well. And the thing is, like everything lined up. It's like there was no red flags previously. That wasn't like, oh, maybe this guy is lying, or maybe there's some other shady bullshit. Like everything lined up to that point. And especially if someone's like bought you like fancy ass dinners, and you've been staying at like as you guys said, like fancy ass dinners, staying at expensive hotels, like private
jets,
private flight. Like someone's paying for that, so you would make the assumption. It would be an incorrect assumption, but you'd make the assumption that borrowing 15 grand isn't going to be a big deal if she just dropped 15 grand on like flying you somewhere on a private jet. Like,
yeah, it wouldn't be like an issue.
Interesting.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's already quite rare in general. Like, it's not a normal thing where a guy meets a super rich girl and then gets that full treatment. I mean, it does happen, but for me personally, if I say swiped and I matched with someone and they said, "Hey, look, let's meet up," and then obviously our first dinner, she's like, "Look, let me get this," and then you do your whole Google search and you realize she's daughter of some billionaire. First thing I'll be like, "Okay, wow, fuck, shit, okay, she's loaded. She obviously has everything she needs. She just doesn't have the companionship and she's lonely." So that's first thing I'm thinking that. But I think over time, I mean, I'm a relationship guy, so I think over time I would be sharing my position, I guess, financially as well, where I am in my goals and career. And I think even if she was to ask that much, I'm quite skeptic. So I'll be asking a lot of questions rather than jumping straight to, "Okay, I got you, babe. Don't worry." Do you know what I mean? I'll be asking a lot of questions, I think. And then I guess I don't know how I can answer it now, but if I was fully in love with her, I mean that can sway my decisions as well. So,
definitely, it would.
Sean fucking left Ho Chi Minh City.
I got swindled,
just like that.
Just like that. See, I mean, anything can happen with love, and crazy people do crazy things.
Did you mention you were on Tinder, Pete?
Nothing on Tinder. I answered a hypothetical question, mate. Listen. I'm on Grinder, mate.
You know, it really grinds my gears. That shit was so far.
So you guys reckon this is not entirely true? You reckon these girls are getting a little bit of attention, looking for a little bit?
Seemed
of
pretty
attention?
legit to me.
I mean, it seemed like, especially the
There's
end,
a lot of
where
evidence.
he's in the hostel and he's like bumfuck, looking like shit, like how do you go from flying in jets and all this nice?
Well, he had no money from the current girl to surplus the next one, so that's why he had to go hostels. Couldn't even shave his face.
But you would think you would have money saved up, or I don't know. I don't know how you could consistently just keep spending that amount of money.
He was balling. That's why he was asking the girls to buy them the plane tickets, the hotel payments.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you're in I'd say a serious relationship, and the person you love is stuck somewhere saying, "Hey, babe, my card's not working. Can you book this flight for me?" You almost with no hesitancy will do it.
I think you do it.
Correct.
I think you do it. I think if everything lined up, you do it.
Yeah. And then
lined
like,
up, you do
obviously, she got to the point where there was too much of it, and then she was like, "Hey, look, what's going on?" The one that wasn't in a relationship with him, the one that he treated as a friend.
Oh.
And then even tricked her with like, hey, look, I'll send you back your money, and he gave her like 60 grand more than what she'd given him. Like she forked out 40, but he wrote her back a check for 100. She's like, oh my god, thank you.
Yeah,
and obviously it bounced. But I think it was her that had a bit more of a thinking on her head, and then the other girl, she reached out to the other girl, and they got him. But it just sucks that, on paper, all the loans are out in her name, so there's nothing she can do about it.
So there's nothing they could charge him with, Just
like I know Amex, at least Amex recognized the fraud, but they were like, look, it's in your name. Sorry.
AT says this show is so bad, couldn't get through the first episode. What show are you talking about, bro?
What show are you talking about, bro? It's a film. It's not a series.
Or a documentary.
It's one film. Wait,
Oh
this
my
guy
days.
is terrible.
AT, you should watch it and take notes.
Six degrees of separation.
I haven't seen it. Fuck that show or that movie. We're talking about swindling, AT. This is now, not then.
It's one film. It's one doco. It's not a series or episodes or anything, mate.
It's about 2 hours.
It's because he hasn't seen it. That's why.
Yeah,
He hasn't seen it.
Turn this off and go watch it, and you'll understand.
All right,
People
so
tell me to watch it.
let's talk about, I guess, his side of things, and what you. I know Sean will love this, because what you like about it. What would you use out of that, Sean?
Out of swindling?
Or have you used something like that before? Multiple same messages. Remember when I said to you, if you were to message all the girls on your contacts, just to test it, say, hey guys, or hey babe, I'm really stuck in a rut. Same message. Can you wire me $5 million?
Yeah.
If you sent it to, say, 30 girls in your phone, same message, you reckon you'd get?
I reckon I can get a bunch for sure. Like,
damn.
Look at that mask.
What the hell?
That's medical grade right there.
Yeah, no, definitely I could, for sure. I would probably get at least from almost all of them. What is the one that was set in BKK? There's a swindler in Bangkok.
But wasn't he like scamming people for money before he did the girls anyway?
Oh, is that the one that he was drugging them and then killing them? Or is that different?
Don't know what that one is.
Oh, yeah. He was like, oh, I think that's a whole different one. He was drugging him and making him sick. Matthias, did you watch that documentary? It's about the guy in Thailand. He would like meet couples.
What was he doing?
It was on
I think I heard about it.
The serpent.
No, I haven't watched it though.
It's called The Serpent, and he I guess it's like back in the day, and he would get these couples to come over to his party, and then like he would give them like this poison, and like he'd get them super sick, and like just be like taking their passports and like taking their money and stuff, and then like ended up like he's like, oh, just stay here, I'll take care of you, and like he's just feeding them more poison, and then like eventually it's crazy, and he's like he goes out and like I guess it's a swindler of the time. Yeah, The Serpent. But I highly suggest it. That one's good too.
Have you guys seen the movie Hustlers?
Yes.
That's a good one. Jennifer Lopez and the Asian girl from Crazy Rich Asians. So they work in a strip club, and they swindle rich guys to party, and then they drug them, and then they swipe more on their credit card, and yeah, they make away with several grand a night. It's a good one. It's a good one. They use MDMA and ketamine.
Fucking great mix. I love that mix.
There's a scene in it. It's so funny because they get hold of all this ketamine and they cook it back on the pan, and then they both go, how much do we cook? Because they don't use it. They use it on their clients. How much do we cook? Let's just put it on the pan. And then the next scene, because they put it on, then they're like, huh? And then the scene cuts to the next shot, and they're both on the ground, passed out because of the smell.
It's the smell. That's hilarious.
Yeah. The perfect scam. There was a name that they referred it to. It was a scheme, some sort of scheme. It was, and even the Netflix or the police, not the police, but the journalists, the news guys were saying it was the perfect scam. The way he had set it up.
There's I think it's on Vice. They have one, or I forget what, and like this guy films like meeting these girls, and then he has a video camera in the like his room, and then he brings them back, and like he catches them like putting drugs in his drink, and then he comes back and he's like, oh, like, yeah, this has been fun. And then he's like, okay, like, I know you put something in my drink. Like, I don't want to like scare you. I just want to know like about your life. Like, why do you do this? And he like confronts these prostitutes, and it gets really interesting because they like freak out. And he's like, I just want to know like your story. And it's crazy, very interesting. I think it's on Vice. Fuck you, AT. like fuck that.
The story about David McMillan is a good one too. The only man known to escape Bangkok Hilton. Oh,
what's the Bangkok Hilton?
Have to look that one up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, Tinder Swindler chat today with the boys on Wednesday Hump Day. We're going to cut to a quick Pomodoro, so don't go away. Welcome back to Wednesday Hump Day with the Q Squad talking Tinder Swindler, Netflix's latest hot show, doco. Did you go on Instagram and check out the two girls' IG? I
didn't check their IG out.
They've boomed. They're like freaking 200,000 followers since that. So I'm sure there can be some potential to make some of their money back. Telling their story.
They probably did through
Netflix, yeah.
Netflix, yeah. Great.
Yeah, but I
mean, hopefully.
She was in debt, what, $250 million, right?
Right?
I don't know how much they got, but I do hear that Netflix's cut to show ideas that come on isn't a lot.
Yeah, like different ideas like that.
You gotta have multiple seasons to really make decent money out of that. Or if you're already one of the Hollywood stars or something like that.
But that was I saw it a bunch of times, but I didn't want to click on it, and then I started hearing the hype, and I was wondering who the fuck this Swindler is. Who's this Simon? And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, Simon, okay.
Sean jumps back onto his Tinder to make sure that has anyone been matching with me since then? No, but actually, if you're inactive, it removes you, right?
Yeah. It takes you off. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's nothing's changed about the app. Hey, there's got no other features. It's still just left or right. That's it. Yeah. There's nothing.
The easiest, I guess, they can ever
premium.
Get.
What's premium?
You can pay for premium.
What does premium get you?
I think you get to see who likes.
Where you get like. Yeah, you get to see who likes you, and
unlimited
and you
likes.
can do like
and
super likes or whatever.
Yeah, super like unlimited. You could just be.
Isn't it sad now that
AT? Do you have Tinder Gold?
Hey,
does AT have Tinder Premium?
AT's got Grindr. AT's super
cheap for that. He's got
Grindr.
He's the creator of Grindr.
Isn't it sad now that? Well, I don't know if I can call it sad because I don't know, but the dating scene nowadays is to meet someone is to like going online now.
It's a little dry.
Traditionally back then you had to go out somewhere or be somewhere in a social gathering to actually meet someone.
And step up to
And
the
today
plate.
it's like, I mean, both has its merits, I think. I mean, in our time when we went out to the clubs and bars or parties and stuff, and you meet someone, you generally would know someone that knows that person, and you'd be like, "Hey, who's that? Is that your friend?" He goes, "Yo, hook us up," or whatever. And then you go from there. Can I get your phone number? He goes, "Yeah, it's my mum's house, so it's 3349 blah 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 blah." But today
My
it's like,
mum's house.
it's so easy to just go online and look at someone's profile and read a little bit about them, and then you can decide whether you want to, I guess, pursue it or not. So,
Just go website and jerk off.
what is this?
Spam.
Get some spam comments.
We're getting porn spam. I guess they heard the swindlers in town. I guess it's drawing attention.
Probably keywords. That's what it is now. Like, if you, I think the algorithms, if you in your post you have certain keywords, they will, I guess, link you to specific ads.
Maybe they're trying to swindle us, bro.
I think they are. Hey, baby, it's me. Come to my website.
Well, Matt, I think we were born a generation too early. Okay, let's say if we were born in the late 90s to early 2000s, we would be that Gen Z, right? Or kind of like the back end of millennial. And we would only be meeting people online.
That would be the norm of them,
universities or whatever.
That generation. That would be the normal way to do it. Which is weird.
Yeah.
I think you have more of a, if you could meet someone at like a bar or through a friend, it's a more real connection. I mean, I guess even you meet them online and then meet them in person, it's real, but I don't know, there's more to it when you're going out of your way to approach someone and talk to them and, step up to the plate to grab that number, chance it with them.
But, even today, meeting someone in person still goes back to social, because now guys and girls we don't have to give you our phone numbers anymore. So there's no direct contact. You can give each other your Insta or your Facebook. And then from there, you do your little bit of research. You go into the photos, have a look, check her out or whatever, as Sean would do. See some history.
Yeah, no, that's
crazy. She's tight.
It's so weird it's because like no one is like, oh, can I get your number? It's like, oh, do you have Facebook? Do you have Instagram?
Facebook? Can I get your Facebook?
It's never like, can I get your number? It's like, what? I got Facebook. It's like, what? Okay.
But it's also a way to check on the girl now or the guy. You know what I mean? Like, if you meet someone and then you get each other's socials, you instantly know who you know together, whether you have no mutual friends or if you have mutual friends, and it's kind of like you said, it kind of takes away the flame of the chase and of the getting to know.
Yeah,
because back in our day when we were in our early 20s, we could pick up a girl at the bar, buy them a drink, and then you get to know them that way. Not now. It's just, hey, what's up? You get the Facebook, and then Maddie. Okay, I'm staying away from you.
I think you got it the wrong way around, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you get a chick and then your mutual friends, and it's got all these players that you know.
Yeah, that's how now that's how you pick out the red flags. Let's say, okay, friends with Petey, friends with Maddie, friends with Sean. Yeah, nah, I'm out.
There goes all the red flags needed.
Yeah,
3 instant red flags.
Yeah, but they shouldn't judge a book by its Facebook cover. They should get into it. They should dive in and find out themselves.
What's off-putting to you then? Let's say you meet a chick, whether it be online
really
or
bad
whatever.
toes. That's really off-putting to me.
I agree with that.
Let's say she's attractive enough to check her out, and then when you go to her socials, what's the red flags on her socials that will make you be like, okay, nah? let's not look at physical stuff. Let's look at maybe what she does, her job or her religion or anything like that. What are the red flags for you guys?
If she says like dumb young girl bullshit,
yeah,
that's for me. Like
or
it's the
irrelevant
immaturity thing.
What is dumb? Young girl. Take my
small
strong
craggy hand.
It's my strong hand, child.
Hi, I'll give you a handy. I'll give you a craggy handy.
Get away from me with your craggy handy.
Craggy handy. Craggy handy.
I think for me, it's oversharing. That's what I don't like.
What sharing?
Sharing what?
No,
Sharing
oversharing.
Oh,
Oh,
oversharing. Like,
oversharing.
yeah, like showing everything.
I think like, checking here, checking there. Here's the sandwich that I had for breakfast. Here's me
Unless
getting
she's
my,
like an
my nails
influencer.
done. Just yeah, but everyone wants to be an influencer. Just
Yeah,
just
well,
oversharing, I think.
one person, you're an
Oversharing for me is a turn on.
Oversharing with boys.
Yeah. I mean, it at the end of the day, you still got to get to know them and have a chat to
For who they
really
actually
gauge,
really are. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, to really gauge, I guess, a sense of connection. And when you go physically, I'd go with Pat. Like I'm a big feet person. So in a physical sense, when I see a chick, obviously you want a chick with a pretty face. That's the only way for you to go, oh fuck, she's pretty, or a nice figure that's to your liking.
The initial
To want to go
yeah.
with them. Yeah.
But
So
I
for
think
me,
I think all of us pretty much agree, except for one person in this foursome here, and it's the person on the bottom right. I think he just looks for a heartbeat, and that's probably about sufficient to be hot, right? Right, Sean?
any hole's a goal.
A heart.
And goes a goal.
I mean, just a hole.
Far out. Now, for me,
Speaking of,
if her feet is visible, that's the second thing I look at. So obviously look at the face, but
Yeah.
the second thing I look at is her feet. If she's wearing sneakers, then I can't see her feet. But if she's wearing, like just slip-ons or something, and I can see her feet, that's the next thing I look at. Because to me, if she maintains and looks after her feet, because the feet for anyone is probably one of your top 3 most unattractive bodily features.
True.
But to me, a well-maintained foot, petty, everything, means that she looks after herself to me. But girls that walk around with fucking black heels, cracked toes, stuff, I'm like, man, you don't give a shit about your foot or anything. You're the type that go clubbing, take your heels off, walk barefoot, go home, no shower, jump straight to bed. That to me tells me that
The old black foot.
that's a red flag for me. So girls, look after your fucking feet.
Good old black feet. Ugh.
Good old black feet. They used to be actually. I think they used to be like really big in Australia. Is like girls would like walk home after a big night out on the terps, like out after the club, take their shoes off and just hold it in their hands, just like, bitch, I know it hurts, just put it back on, please. You've got another 5 minutes in you. If you've been like dancing your ass off at the club for like the last 6 hours, you've got another 5 minutes in you. Don't tell me you don't. Dirty bitch.
Yeah,
you're right.
Melbourne Cup Day. Fuck, they all look glamorous in their hats by the end of the freaking races. Trash.
Skanks.
Is it like a big like foot race or like?
Might as well be, Heshel. No, it's a horse
Melbourne
race.
Cup Day.
Oh, it's a horse race. Oh, okay.
But I think barefoot culture in Australia is
Big.
it's normal.
It is normal.
Aussies walk around barefoot everywhere.
I think there's a reason for that. So I tried to figure this out. This was actually a pretty big culture shock for me when I moved to Australia, because like in Europe, you never do that shit. Like that's like just not on, right? But I think in Australia, like it's kind of like almost like a carefree spirit. Number one, number two, as a kid, you do it all the time, right? Like your parents don't care whether you've got shoes on or not. But I think a part of the reason why that might be the case is because Australia generally, especially like the suburbs and stuff, are so clean, right? It's like you can walk out on the street and it's not, you're not going to step in like broken glass or a sharp or, like even dog shit, right? Like it's just not socially acceptable to leave your dog shit anywhere. You have to clean it up. So therefore, like, going out like barefoot, it doesn't have those consequences that we do, for example, in Asia or in Europe even. And so because of that, it's not as big a deal. That's as close as I've come to actually coming up with like a reasonable explanation for it.
I see a lot of barefoot here too, though.
Not as much as Australia, man. And like, think how dirty the streets are here.
Like in Australia, if you go to the Gold Coast, you're almost guaranteed to see literally everyone walking on the Esplanade through Walking Street barefoot at some point. Like
to be fair, I've done that occasionally, but
I don't know. It feels so grubby to me.
Yeah. Okay. After you're off the beach, when you're off the beach, then after that you don't feel good doing it. Well, I don't feel good doing it. Clearly, that's not for everyone.
I just want to go to a tap and just fucking these ones, and all the black comes off it, the dirt, the grime.
Oh, Blackfoot.
Yeah. So there you go, girls. Clean your freaking feet.
Get your feet. Oh, and shave your
legs. And I'm sure it's the same for dudes as well. Like, don't be walking around barefoot and then walking into your house, into your bedroom, like jumping on your bed with dirty ass feet. Nah, not just for women. Let's not be sexist about it. It's for both sexes.
You know which Australian celebrity likes the barefoot?
Who?
Yes. I do it all. Bring up the picture now. Give me a second. So spotted in Byron Bay.
Walk in the
Thor.
bear.
Thor's family. Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the most Aussie.
But you look at his family here. Check this out. Barefoot, mate. His whole family. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, he's always barefoot. Yeah, he's always barefoot.
Mate, the kids, the wife, fucking him as well. All barefoot.
It's an Australian thing, man. It's an Australian thing.
Nothing more Aussie than being barefoot out.
I mean, just the whole process. Like, okay, guys, let's walk down to the shops, guys. Let's go. And you walk out. Don't even put your shit. Just walk out.
That's like beach vibes, I guess. Like living near the beach. It's like,
what about this? Americans do this. I don't know if they do it in real life, but in all the shows and TV, teen drama series, Disney and stuff, kids wear shoes on the bed.
Oh, yeah. People who like wear shoes into the house.
They got their Converse. Yeah, like what the hell? It's an American thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I mean. I'm
sure
I don't know anyone that actually does it, but no. But I think it's just like on shows because maybe they just don't want to show the feet. Maybe that's what it is. Like, but I don't know anyone except like little kids, maybe. But I wouldn't.
I know someone. I won't name a name. That he's Vietnamese and
he's
come over here before. He's come over here before, and because he's like he comes up here and he's like, "Oh, do I need to take my shoes off?" I said, "No, up here is fine." And then when he had to go to the toilet, I said, "Yeah, just go in there." And then he's looking and he goes, "Do I need to take my shoes off?" I said, "Of course you need to fucking take your shoes off." Fucking. And then he goes, "Can I just walk on the heels?" And I was like, "No." I can't believe he was trying to because he was too lazy to take the
shoes off at the door.
Put it back on. I'm like, mate, you walk around outdoors. You don't put that. I'm in there barefoot. I don't want any of your freaking bacteria and shit. Oh yeah, sorry. And then since then, every time I see him anywhere, we go anywhere, we take shoes off. He just looks at me because he knows that I gave him that little talk.
Boys, I gotta head to the dentist now. I gotta get on my way.
What are you getting done?
My tooth that I broke along.
I reckon you should see if you can swindle him out for a freebie.
They are all ladies.
Dentist Swindler.
The dentist.
New Netflix movie.
Get a whole new fucking.
Once you get your job done and you go out and they give you the invoice, you just pretend your phone rings. Yeah, sorry, and then they go, "Excuse me, sir, your invoice." Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh, wait, and then you go.
Swindled.
All right, before you go, can you at least give us a like a Tinder Swindler joke or something if you can find one?
Let me see if I can find something.
We'll cut to a pomo and we'll come back and we'll let Sean go.
And they sound just like this. And they sound just. And they sound just. Very tight, how is supposed to
Actually, what we'll do is we'll any final thoughts on the Tinder Swindler, boys? Recommended people go see it. We'll check it out at least.
It's worth it.
I think
Check
it's
it out.
definitely an interesting evening in. If you run out of Netflix stuff to watch, yeah, I reckon it gets Maddie's thumbs up.
At least
Looks
check
like there
out
might be
the
a
first
follow up.
episode. Yeah, at least check the first episode.
So these
Cool.
aren't
If that's the
jokes.
case, then if that's the case, we'll let Sean take us out on today's potty. Thanks for joining us, guys, and take it away, Sean.
Oh well, they're not jokes, but let me show you guys some of these. Let's see. These are some of people's reactions to the Swindler.
Oh,
Okay. So just run through. If you couldn't quite believe what you were watching, don't worry, you're not the only one. Here are the best reactions Twitter had to offer to the Swindler. Swindle the Tinder Swindler.
The Uno card. It's great.
Yeah, Uno card. 2, all Simon from Tinder Swindler knows is the voice note.
Yeah, so true. I've never talked to anyone who uses the voice note so much.
Yep.
hello,
3,
baby. I miss you.
Eileen from the Tinder Swindler logging into eBay while Simon Levy WhatsApp her about 1-star hostels. Eileen was the real MVP. She was the one.
She's still selling clothes, man. She got all his Gucci gear.
I tried to. Oh yeah. So on that, I actually went on eBay to see if I could find any of his stuff, and it's just someone selling like knockoff versions of like the Prince crown and then the harp.
That's gonna be a Halloween costume. The Tinder Swindler.
This is really good.
That
Bernie
one's good, yeah.
Sanders. Simon, after every 2 minutes, I am once again asking for your financial support.
That's a good one.
That's really good.
I love the enemies one. Hey, my enemies.
What?
I don't get that one.
What struck me with Tinder Swindler is that an average European can access 250,000 USD without any collateral.
No, I don't think they're average Europeans, man. Like people from like Northern Europe, especially, like they have access to a lot of credit and a lot of money because their wages are really good. But also, I don't think these girls look like normal standard girls. He's probably weeded those out already.
Anyways, he faked her salary of $100,000, so she's able to get out alone like that.
Also, that yeah.
That's true. $94,000 a month.
Ask me to
Yeah.
lend 20K. I'm gonna say,
Working for a
ask
diamond
billionaire
company.
daddy.
I like that. I like that. Laura said, "I don't care
What
if
was that
Pete
last
bumped his head."
All right.
What was that?
It said, ask me to lend 20K. I'm going to say, ask billionaire daddy-o, not me. I honestly do not care if Peter bumped his head.
Far out.
Yeah.
Cheers, Shawnee. Good luck at the
Yes.
dentist.
All right, boys.
Boys, pleasure. Keep swindling. Swindling never stops. Thanks for joining us, guys. Today is Wednesday Hump Day. Get out there, get a drink, and kick some ass. Peace.